Well, I made it to Almerita. I took the bus from the airport, cheap me. It only cost me €1.05 instead of $38 or 38 euros for a taxi. And it wasn't long to get here at all. Um, but it was nice to see a little bit of Almeria before I came in. It's kind of a vibrant city to be so small, but it's right on the Mediterranean. There are a lot of houses or a lot of condos that people have built, and they come here for the summertime and probably year round because the weather right now it's probably 75 where I am, so it got a little toasty, but it was cold on the plane, but in different spots. You know, I was in Madrid for about 4 hours, and then we flew to Almeria, which was funny because when we lined up to, we have mandatory time to line up to board the plane. We were informed that there was no plane. Everybody was flabbergasted because it was a small plane and we'd be boarding on the field. But in about 10 minutes, they started taking us, and we got on the plane. And it probably set us back a half hour. But it was a pleasant flight. We got into Merida on the field, and we walked to the airport. And everybody went their separate ways. And I inquired about the bus and got some information about the municipal pilgrim's office. And right now, I'm in the middle of the siesta, if you want to call it that, and the municipal office is closed. So it was a good time for me to come to the hotel and kind of freshen up a little bit. And when I checked in, the concierge told me about the tapas streets that are close to the hotel. Oh yeah, that's one other thing. This is the Torah Luz, and when I told people where I was staying, they said, "Oh, that's a nice hotel." And it really is nice. It's a nice elevator. When I was in Paris, I had an elevator, and fortunately, I had very little to carry, and I was able to squeeze into the elevator all the way on the top floor. I think it was the sixth floor, and there was a family behind me that had luggage and children, and they were going to have to split their trip up into three trips, with the father bringing the luggage up each time, and then finally a couple of kids got on the elevator, and then the mother. It was a hassle, but for me it was easy. So I try to take my lesson from that and pack light so that I can be flexible and versatile. But yeah, it's a nice hotel, and it wasn't really that much. I was trying to get again a cheap hotel, but not, you know, suffer. But yeah, it's a nice hotel. It's got a nice layout here, and it's only about a block away from the municipal office. So I go there and get my passport, my credentials stamped, and when I think I might visit one of the tapas bars and get my credentials stamped there also. So I'm having a good time, and the weather's nice, and I'm just glad. But I'll be here for a couple of days just to kind of get acclimated and rest up a little bit. And the hotel has a bathtub. I have a bathtub in my room. There's a bidet, twin bed, so I'll be able to spread out. It's kind of a nice introduction to Spain and the Camino. And I'm just surprised that the first day that I get here, I have a tub. So I'm going to take advantage of that. And they have soap and they have all the toiletries. I won't have to use any of my toiletries right now. And just having a good time. I feel good. It was a long flight. I left on the 12th of April at 6:40, no, 4:40. And I arrived in Almeria finally at about, I think it was 1:30 on the 13th, just because of the time change and the flights coming in from the States and all that. But it was a good flight, and I'm not as tired as I thought I would be. So yeah, so now I just have to go to the municipal, and then I'm going to find a SIM card so that I can use that in Spain to keep, to have some local contacts because of the long trek on the Mozárabe and the Via de la Plata. So I wasn't able to get into WhatsApp. I don't know what's happened. It seemed like the few times that I've tried to get in there just stops at a certain point, and it's not really any help. So you have to do it before you leave the States. So I don't have that. but I will try to find a internet cafe or so, or even if I'm in an albergue, they may have a little internet setup, and just send a message or two back home. So right now I'm feeling good. When I'm going to go out to the municipal office and get my credential stamped and just let them know that I'm on the trail, because I've heard that when you come in there, and because of the long stages, they kind of put the word out to the some of the certain albergues and municipals that someone's on the road, and to expect them, because you really don't know how long it's going to take to make it to each stage. So that's kind of a good thing. And so I'm excited. I was nervous before I left for a week probably, and I felt really sick. I don't know if you want to call it that, but and my allergies flared up. But I just attributed it all to the taking the trip and wondering if I had everything. And I think the thing that just makes me more nervous is the whole airport business. Checking in, and having them pinch you and weigh you and feel all over you. I'm just exaggerating, but you don't know what they're going to target in your luggage and throw it out or try to squeeze it to death. But I had no problems with the luggage. I had no problems in Madrid. I had no problems in Almeria, and I got my stamp for Spain in Madrid. So I'm just going to get myself together and take my little fanny pack and make it to the municipal and get my cello or stamp, the first one in Spain. And I'll talk to you again.